everybody, this is Brooke, aka Supernatural Simmer 34, and today we are back at it with another townie makeover video. I'd like to start off by saying that I'm sorry this video is late, at least it's highly likely that it's late. I was originally going to do an episode of Not So Berry, but my game was lagging really badly and the footage just wasn't usable. Luckily, I only filmed it for 20 minutes last night before bed, or y'all would have missed a lot. As it stands, you guys missed Aster's future wife, or what I had planned to be her future wife, get angry at her for playing the piano at night. We apologized and tried to be nice, and she just yelled at us until our friendship bar was halfway full with red. I was so upset because I've had Aster's life planned out since she was a baby, and now Maple has just decided to throw it all to the wind. But I'll probably make new spouses anyway. I'm thinking I want Aster to move to Mount Komorebi. Please correct me on the pronunciation in the comments. And I'll probably have her marry a lawyer with the proper trait. I have a story that I'm planning in my head, so I'll probably go with that instead. But on to the townies we're making over. We're making over the Spencer Kim Lewis family, which is actually the last family in Willow Creek that I have to make over. Meaning you'll probably see a break in townie makeovers until I get my save file caught up. I've actually finished all of the builds in the Goth neighborhood. I just have 2 more families in that neighborhood. I actually spent an hour this morning furnishing a green Victorian in that neighborhood because that's the style I went for. The Goth neighborhood is Victorian, the starter neighborhood is bungalows, and the Pancakes neighborhood is colonial. I've tried my hand at building on the 50 by 50, or was it 50 by 40 lot in Willow Creek, and I kind of like it. I just need to figure out the landscaping. I think that's the hardest part of a big lot just because there's so much of it. Maybe suggest styles in the comments that you think will suit the other styles and Willow Creek in general. I also already know what style I'm going for in the shopping center because I built this library a while back that I absolutely adore, and I just need to do that over and over again with a few modifications. But we're already on to the second sim, though I do want to talk about the first sim a little bit as well. The first sim is Eric Lewis, and he's going to be a critic in my save, I think. He's self-assured, a glutton, and materialistic, and he'd like to be a mansion baron. I think Eric is an art critic, and he's very into traditional art. He scorns modern art like the elitist he is, and thinks his opinion comes above all. He's probably very high in the critic career and has been working at it for a while. I gave him that style that you hear of art fanatics always wearing, at least the pretentious kind, with the black slacks and red turtleneck. However, he does love Alice and supports whatever she paints, even if it is modern, because he loves her. And then I moved on to his mother, who is probably almost finished with by now, but no matter. And she's a very classic grandma. She has this thing for giant earrings. Never mind that we don't have many of those in The Sims, but she loves them. She has a pair for every occasion, some just a nice silver and others bright, vibrant colors. She constantly has candy in her purse, but unlike most grandmas, she actually has good candy, none of those strawberry ones. I do love Werther's originals though, but only in small doses. Vivian raised her son with his father, who actually died around the time Olivia was born. I think they lived with them before that, and I may even include them in my save file as a ghost. I'm trying to make my save file very thorough, like if someone's parent died and it's the least bit relevant, I'll make them and include them as a ghost. There's this one family, the Asons, and their mother died, so I made her, and I'm going to kill her as soon as I get MC Command Center back in my game. But now we're on to Alice, who I wanted to give a very boho vibe, just like she is in her original outfit. I chopped off her hair and gave her some space buns, but other than that, she pretty much stayed the same. Alice is a childish person who's very creative and loves the outdoors. I imagine she plants a lot of trees, and they probably have an orchard near their house that she gardens, though I do think Eric insists upon hiring a gardener so that she has time for her painting and other things. Alice is an artist, I think, and I'll probably keep that as her job, seeing as it really suits her. I could also see her as an elementary school teacher, but I actually wanted to give that job to her father. I don't want any of my adult Sims in my save to not have jobs unless I picture them to be working at a food stall or something, because it's kind of weird when you're in San Myshuno and this random townie who lives nowhere near San Myshuno is working in a food stall. And speaking of townies being in other worlds, for my save file, I'm mostly not going to have people be friends with people from other worlds unless they're similar worlds or they're in a club together, simply because I don't think it's super realistic. Like, I don't know anybody from outside the United States where I live, and I barely know anybody from other states, so I just feel like it'll kind of keep the worlds separate. I mean, obviously they'll still go to other worlds, though I think there might be a mod to stop that, but I just don't want them knowing anybody there. And another thing with my save file is that everybody will have a home. I'll be moving the Get Famous celebrities and Discover University professors into houses because it actually really bugs me that they don't live in a world. And we just sped on right past Dennis, but I do want to talk about him a little. Dennis Kim is going to be a teacher in my save file. He raised Alice with her mother, though she's either dead or just isn't in the picture anymore. Dennis is a very sweet guy, and I tried to give him rich grandpa vibes because they are rich, or at least they're doing well. But on to Olivia, who I aged up for a quick second so that I could mess with her face, but then I aged her back down. I kind of struggled with what to go for her, simply because I recently got a ton of kids and toddlers CC from Simpanion's videos. If you don't know who she is, she posts CC hauls that are structured in a way where there's a number on the side of the screen and there's a corresponding number in a Tumblr post, and when you click on that number it leads you to the CC piece that was being shown next to the original number. I know I probably did a horrible job of explaining that, but it's a really useful way to download and find CC, so I will link her in the description. There's also another YouTuber I watch who does that, and she's named Neexel, so I'll link her in the description as well, so be sure to check those links out. Neexel also has a lot of really good series that I love, like the 100 Vampire Baby series, the Not So Berry Challenge, and her Island Living series, so just give her a look. But we are coming up on the end of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you all this weekend.